Let's do some other stories now. Secretary to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Abdalah Mokssit, has hinted the impact of climate change will be so rough and devastating that not even the developed countries will have the capacity to manage the extreme events. He's asking government to act responsibly and be conscious about the rising consequences of climate change by acting responsibly to limit warming levels to 1 degree Celsius or less to save the world. The Mokssit made the revelation at the 2019 Global Platform in Geneva, Switzerland, from where Latif Idris reports.
The impact of climate change is already being felt not only by men, but the ecosystem and livelihoods all around the world. Devastating flash floods have become common on rainy days, and so has drought hit other parts of the world. Warming has reached record high, threatening the very existence of humans. Speaking to disaster risk reduction journalists in Geneva, Switzerland, Secretary of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Abdalah Mokssit, said the situation will get worse if the world fails to work on limiting warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
No region, no small place in the world is not affected by climate change. Developed or developing countries are concerned. And not only this, and this is also at the heart of what is now discussed, due to this exaggerated rhythm of extreme events, all the countries, even developed, don't have the capacity to adapt and to manage those extreme events. You can just remember Katrina cyclone, Sandy cyclone, and so on. When in developed country we did have many deaths. The heat wave in Europe in 2003, we did have more than 4,000 deaths.
Limiting warming to 1.5 degrees is not impossible, but will require unprecedented transition in all aspects of society. If successful, warming level at 1.5 degrees Celsius can go hand in hand with achieving other world goals such as achieving sustainable development and eradicating poverty. Now, in order to ensure harmonization and the dissemination of credible and timely information on DRR, the United Nations thought it wise to bring on board some journalists from across the globe at GP 2019 to learn the basics in the area of disaster risk reduction to help in saving lives and property when disasters strike. Some of the journalists have been sharing their experiences with Joy News.
I think it's time for us, from my part of the world, to not only write stories, but to create rubrics, to make it a weekly meeting, point rendezvous with our readers or viewers. I think DRR should be repeated every week.
Try to imagine, for example, the amount of private businesses that we have lost in Beira, Mozambique. It's massive. These businesses not only provide the products and services that we consume daily, they are also the providers of the employment that our people enjoy. So I think it's very important that the world begins to look at where are we putting our investments.
If we share our experience all together, link it together, it will be great. And when we have a chance that all the organization cooperate and bring us to be together again and make more training for us, I think it's a good task for us.
Nations have been urged to implement the Sendai framework to help build resilient communities and nations to substantially reduce global disaster mortality by 2030 and substantially increase the number of countries with national and local disaster risk reduction strategies by 2020, among others. Latif Idris, Joy News, Geneva, Switzerland.